Good morning. It is Monday, right before Halloween. I got my Halloween shirt on. Got a couple book talks for you today. The first of which is The Forever Summer by Brenner. I was hoping it would be more like a Beatrix Williams thing where you have a storyline happening here and you have a storyline kind of happening in the past. But no, it wasn't. Despite what the library website told me that it was similar, it wasn't. It was still a pretty good read, though. It was about two girls who don't know their sisters, who live on different parts of the country, and they go meet their paternal grandmother. And they get to know her, and the fallout from how your families go from thinking that this is the way it is to introducing new family members, all of that sort of, I'm not going to call it family drama because it wasn't really drama filled, but just the way relationships change when you add new people in and you change your concept of who you are and where you came from. It was pretty good. I got it from the public library, so if you're interested, that's where you're going to find it. Once Upon a Kiss, I got from this library, obviously. Right now we have it in sci-fi. I don't know if it'll stay in sci-fi. It might move to romance because it's very romancy, as you might imagine. So this girl is on the fringes of what might be popularity. There is the obligatory mean girl and their arch enemies, and the arch enemy's boyfriend is really nice to her, and so they're always kind of confused about why that's happening. The mean girl's confused, she's confused, and one day an incident happens at the mall and he has to perform CPR, and then everything changes. So here's what really got me about this. She's 17 in 1986. Okay? I kind of remember what that feels like. I feel like I was probably that age way back then too. But she fast forwards 2016, she and all of her friends are still 16. So it's not like it was really a time travel as a time shift book. But it is interesting to see how clueless she is about stuff like Twitter and Instagram and phones that are this big that have computers attached to them, you know. So it was an interesting book that way. Resolution was a little strange for me, but it was nice and light and fluffy. It was a quick read. If you want something that'll just make you smile and it has no depressing parts, this is the book for you. Depressing parts, right here. If you want some of those, Broken Things by Lauren Oliver. She's written a lot of other things, and we have them in our library as well. It's a mystery because there are 3 girls in the story, but at present day, only 2 of them are alive. And so as you can imagine, the story is about finding out why the 3rd girl is dead and how it happened. They were all the best of friends, and they had this fantasy book that they used to act out. So they would go into the woods and pretend that they were in this book. And they would write pieces of the book as a sequel and try and recreate what it would be like if they were the main characters of the book, except one of them gets murdered. It was actually a really good book. It was a good mystery. It was fairly obvious kind of early on who the bad person was, but then you're like, but maybe, no, surely, no. Anyway, it was a good book. I did enjoy it. I love a good mystery. But this book was the favorite that I read last week. The Distance from Me to You by Gessner. It's in romance. This is another one of those that might move. It might. Because even though there is a love story, it's not all about the love story. It really is a coming-of-age tale about a girl who's graduated from high school, and she and her best friend are about to head off on a hike across the Appalachian Trail. I kind of have a thing for Appalachian Trail hiking, so I was very intrigued by this. The journey that it takes to go from Maine to Georgia on foot is kind of crazy, but I really, really enjoyed this one. If you like adventure, if you like things where people have to overcome great difficulties and learn and grow, this is an excellent, excellent book. So if you want any of these, come see me. They're down in the library, and they should be checked in as soon as I'm done talking about them. Thanks, guys.